We've got just one break tonight. That is optic football. We're going to go over some information before we start ripping. So let's go ahead and get that up there. We may have a team available as well, but I'll double check that after we go through our information. So first things first, feedback. It is automated on eBay. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return. And of course, far more importantly, there is a big thank you. I really do appreciate you being here, spending some time bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. And we are taking a look next at what is coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, it is a Leaf Autograph baseball bat and Leaf Autograph football jerseys. It's a single baseball bat. It's a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys. And then we'll do another case of Bowman's Best Baseball. That'll be our last break of 2019 because Tuesday night for New Year's Eve will be an off night. But Wednesday we'll be back at it starting at 8:30 Eastern that night as well, which is 5:30 Pacific. And we will open a pair of TriStar Platinum Autograph mini helmets, some Rookies and Stars football by the half case, and Prism Draft Picks baseball by the half case. And both of those half cases, those are loose boxes from shared cases. On Thursday night, Leaf Best of Football and Bowman's Best Baseball, each by the full case. Note that Leaf Best of Football does have a separate bidding category for any redemption, and in that particular product, redemptions would be for memorabilia items or maybe a sealed box or a sealed case of cards. Friday night, it's a new release night, and it's one we always look forward to because it's Contenders. But not just Contenders football. We've got Contenders basketball and Contenders football coming out on Friday. We will start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open a half case of Contenders basketball. Those are loose boxes from a shared case. And then we're going to open a full case of Contenders football, but veteran base does not ship in Contenders football. Okay, so just filling you in, giving you the 411. Here's what you need to know about what we are opening tonight. It is a full case of optic football, and I expect that it will be out the door on Thursday. Now, it's possible that I might get it out on a day sooner than that, but keep in mind there is no mail service on Wednesday because that's New Year's Day. And I don't know if the counter is going to close early on New Year's Eve or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So hard to say on that. But anyway, let's plan on it being no later than Thursday, and if I can get it done sooner than that, I will, of course, happily do so. All right, now normally we could just go right into the break, and we'd take a look at our next spreadsheet and be ready to roll. However, as I mentioned at the top, I think we've got an unpaid team, so let me go back over here and see if that person has decided to pay, which of course they haven't. Yeah, right, there's always one, isn't there? So in this instance, we have the Seahawks that are unpaid in optic. So does anybody want the Seahawks in this break? I swear I don't know why people bid and don't pay. I really don't. I should have predicted this one, though. It's kind of a lower feedback count, and that seems to happen more with that type scenario than in other scenarios. Hi, Jay Allen. Hi, Duke City Girl. Hi, Ryan. And who else have we got here? Immaculous and Z Squad and Duke City Girl. Yeah, it's sold on eBay for, I don't know, $73 and some change or something like that. So somewhere in that neighborhood. It doesn't have to be that exact amount, but I also don't necessarily want to sell it for $30 either. So somewhere near the bid amount, you guys are welcome to throw out an amount there, and we can, roll from there. Oh, it's Crystal, Duke City Girl. See, I can't ever remember who is who, from eBay usernames to YouTube usernames to real names. Now I gotcha. Now I'm on the right page. Hi, Nicholas. So we're trying, Nicholas, to find a home for the Seattle Seahawks. So if somebody wants to offer up, they are currently setting unpaid, so I need to find them a home. I'm going to update the spreadsheet to reflect that they are unpaid, so give me a minute to do that. And hang on here a second. while I get that done. And we're getting there. Charles, you're offering 40. Gosh, man, I mean, that's like so much less than they sold for. If you would be willing to maybe go 50, I mean, that's still a lot less. That's still almost $25 less than they sold for on eBay, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I don't really want to go lower than that. I'd just maybe take a chance on it myself, I guess, if we have to go lower than that. Really, I just wish the person who bought it would pay for it, but we all know how that goes. It seems like at least these days, most nights, we have at least one person that doesn't pay. I don't know. Didn't used to be that way. So this is going to be a 12-box case of 2019 Optic Football. It's a full case break. This is break number 3. Of course, it ended tonight on eBay. Sunday night, the 29th of December. We've got our team names there on the left-hand side. eBay user ID across from each team on the opposite side. The Seahawks, of course, were the unpaid team. And it looks like right now Charles has got the high offer on them. He's got $50 in for them. So unless anybody else has an interest, they're going to end up going to Charles. So if someone else is interested, now is the time to let me know. Speak now or forever hold your peace kind of thing. Charles, give me 1 second here. We'll see if anybody else jumps in there. If not, they're going to be yours. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get it closed out over here on eBay. We'll be adding one more person to my list of blocked bidders, which is getting quite long, honestly. It really is. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. All right, let's get that canceled out on eBay. And Charles, it looks like they are all yours, my friend. I think you probably know my email address, don't you? But I'm going to type it in here anyway. And when I say email address, guys, don't ever send me a message there and think that I will see it, because I do not read the messages there. But it is tied to my PayPal and several other things, and I'm too lazy to change it because it's been that way forever. So yeah, that's the deal. So Charles, if you just shoot it over there, then we will. Oh, hey, Richard. They had sold for 73 something on eBay, but Charles offered us 50 for them. And that is where we sit. And I think he's probably already sending over the money. So I think it is done. I'm just updating the spreadsheet to show that it belongs to him, so that I have a record of what is what. And we are almost ready to get underway, guys. Thank you. I'll just show you. There's where we've updated it. So Charles, you can see the Seahawks are now yours, my friend. And we're about ready to get started here. Just as soon as Charles gives us the high five that we are good to go, then... Oh, and he says we are. He says he's got it sent over, so we are ready to roll on down the highway here. Yay, thank you, Charles. Good luck on your Seattle Seahawks. Now, I know Nicholas has already put the word on me that he's expecting some good Detroit Lions in here tonight. This is the first night he's been able to win his Lions in a couple of nights, and he is expecting that we're going to find him something good in here. So I've already had the word put on me. I better produce. Which I will do my best. I for sure will. So we are looking for one autograph per box. Now, Panini always says on average. That just simply means that sometimes they replace our hits with a points card. If that happens tonight, we will, of course, award that points card using random.org. And I just realized I forgot to change up our focus, so let's do that real quickly too. And every once in a while they might not give us a hit entirely. That on average also gives them a little CYA in case they completely just bungle something and don't give us what we're supposed to get at all. But most of the time we do get what we're supposed to get. Now there is another kind of, it's technically not a case hit, and that is downtown. We'd like to think they come out one per case, but fact of the matter is they don't, because we've opened a couple of cases already and have yet to see one. But there are other cases where sometimes you might get more than one in a case. So sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But if you do get them, they're a nice little hit on that downtown insert. And Nicholas, you said you want, that's what you want. You want the Barry Sanders downtown. All right, Ryan is looking for the Colts in here. Jay Allen, you said you got to have something because you've been in a slump. So we'll see what we can come up with for you as well. So I got lots of mojo to find tonight, don't I? These take forever to get out of the wrappers. That takes the most time of anything we do, is simply getting cards out of wrappers in sets like this, where there are so many packs to open and so few cards per pack. Once we do eventually get all these out of here, which we will, it seems like we won't, but eventually we will, we'll look at what we have. And in the first box or so, we'll go a little bit slower, just so I can point out the different types of parallels and how things are numbered, and sort of go over it a little more in depth in the first box. Then in subsequent boxes, we'll definitely speed it up a little. Kyle Bennett, 29, says he needs some Daniel Jones for the price you paid for the Giants. All right, I didn't look at the price you paid for the Giants, but I'm gathering by that post it must have been kind of hefty. So we're going to have to try to cough up a Daniel Jones in there too then. All right. Jay Allen's got the Packers tonight. Okay. Yeah, Richard, I've had several people tell me that they have seen cases this year that have more than one downtown insert in them. I have in past years opened cases where we had more than one downtown insert in it. But this year, we have not had one in either case that we opened. But we had some other very nice hits. And sometimes I think one cancels out the other. I know it's not supposed to, but I kind of think it does. Sometimes if you get these other really big hits, you don't get the downtown. I'm not quite sure why that is, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. Jay Allen, I don't think we got a downtown in the first case either. You think we did, but I don't think we did. I don't think we've had one in either case. I mean, maybe, but I don't remember it in the first one if we had it. I definitely don't remember it. I really don't think we did. All right, so this royal blue is going to be numbered to 150. There's another color that's a purple that looks very similar to that is lower numbered. But the royal blue that was, every time we see one, will be numbered to 150. This is more of a Carolina blue, as in like, you know, sports-related North Carolina blue, if you will. That is numbered to 299. Anytime we see that color, that's what it will be numbered to. MVP insert. We usually find a few of those per case. It does have a pattern on it there, as you saw, but it is not numbered, so we don't usually spend much time on those. If we do come across a parallel, obviously, that's numbered or autographed or something, we'll spend more time on it. Now, this is a throwback card design. Those typically are not numbered. Every once in a while, we might run across one that is numbered. If we do, I will naturally flag it to you so that you'll know it is numbered. And our redemption. Ooh, so our first autograph out of box number 1 goes up there. I know, I'm so mean. It's face down, isn't it? Right? I don't flip them till the very end of the break. It's cruel and unusual punishment. This is an Elite Series insert. We'll find loads of them. They are, generally speaking, not going to be numbered, and generally speaking, they don't refract. So a refractor and a prism, they're the same thing. And you may hear me call it refractor, you may hear me call it prism, but they both mean that it has a pretty little rainbow of colors when the light hits it. So that was an example of just a base prism. So it wasn't numbered, it doesn't have any color to it, it's just a base silver prism. And we'll find, again, a handful of those as we go along. Fans of the game, she's the Browns, a fan of the Browns, so that's where Melissa Baker goes. There may be other fans of the game as well, but for some reason we only find her. I think she's the one we found every week so far. That was a J.J. Watt base prism to $2.99. You have Josh Rosen and the Dolphins. Speaking of, how about those Dolphins? They beat the Patriots in Foxborough today. So now the Patriots have to play in the wild card game. Got knocked down to the 3rd seed. And I guess, what, is this the first time they've had to be in a wild card game in like a dozen years, 10 or 12 years? Numbered to 199 for the Packers. That is Jace Sternberger. You'll notice it is also a rated rookie. So we'll find lots of rated rookies. Some will be base, some will be parallels. But anytime we see that orange color, regardless, we know it is numbered to 199. Panthers, base prism, Will Greer. And this is our first red that we've seen tonight. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for Sean Murphy Bunting. The red parallels are going to be numbered to 99 every time we see one of them. So here's another one that'll be to 199 for the Vikings. You'll see it up there at the top, Stephon Diggs. In future boxes, we're not going to flip over all those ones that we already know how they're going to be numbered. But again, since we're in the first box, we got to make sure everybody's on the same page. Julian Love and the Giants, base prism. And what else do we have in here? A base prism for the Giants again with Sterling Shepard. And that is box number 1. Remember, our autograph sets up there as a redemption. Stays in housekeeping until the end of the night. Then we'll flip over any and all redemptions that we have found and then go to the Panini website, verify the teams, find out what they're numbered to, and all that kind of jazz. Richard, you hit an Aaron Rodgers Purple Stars yesterday. Very nice. All right, Richard, you had a pretty good day then. And Duke City Girl says fins up. That's right. Can you believe that, though? I mean, that's got... I can't say much, so my Steelers got absolutely decimated by the second string of the Ravens. I mean, it was ugly, ugly, ugly. I mean, it was so bad that it's just funny. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the Titans also had to lose. We had to win, the Titans had to lose. And, you know, so even if we had won, wouldn't have mattered. But, man, did we play bad. It was just pathetic. In fact, I turned it off. I thought, oh, I'll go watch the Cowboys-Redskins. That's got to be a better game. It was not. Cowboys absolutely blew out the Redskins. Blew them out. But what are you going to do? I mean, truly, even if my Steelers had gotten into the playoffs, I said this the other day too, we wouldn't get past the first game. We've got no quarterback. I mean, you know, Mason Rudolph, who had already been benched once, then got hurt a couple games ago and is out for the season. Of course, Big Ben went out first or second game of the season, and he's been out all year. And then that leaves us with Devlin Hodges, who started out pretty good the first few games he played, and then just has gotten progressively worse, and he was just terrible again today. Terrible, terrible. So it's really just as well we didn't get into the playoffs because they would have blown us out. Well, Jay Allen, you make a good point. I mean, the Redskins obviously have a lot of injuries. Everybody's got so many injuries this time of year. So, yeah, that didn't help matters. I did see the headline, though. I did not have time to click in and read the article, but that the Browns did fire Freddie Kitchens. So they didn't even let the ink dry on the season until they said, see ya. So that, my friends, is John Dorsey at work. Because, listen, the Haslams, we all know, they kept coaches way past their expiration date. So that's John Dorsey saying, bye-bye, Freddie Kitchens. Which, as you know, I agree with. Detroit Lions, numbered to 35. Look at that. I got some of the pressure off of me, at least for Nicholas's mojo, as we got a Travis Fulgham as the first live autograph in the product, headed to the Detroit Lions. Of course, Seahawks are playing right now, Seahawks and 49ers. I cannot wait to see how Beast Mode shows up tonight. That was to $2.99 Bengals. This is the purple one I was talking about earlier. It is going to be numbered to 50. And anytime we see these purple ones, that is how they will be numbered, to 50. But they said that Marshawn Lynch basically showed up in football shape. It was the Rams with a base prism, even though obviously he's been out of football. But they said he showed up just boom, ready to go. Patriots, Gostkowski, the champ is here. We will find a handful of these. They're not numbered, but they are a nice little insert set if you're a Patriots fan. Probably will make you happy. To $199, the Bengals. Hi, John H. How are you? There's blue to $150 for the Bears. First one of these we've seen, Power Formulas. That's Odell Beckham Jr. for the Browns. That's another insert series that we'll probably see quite a few of. If one is numbered, I'll let you know. If it's not, we'll just go right on by them. Miles Boykin and the Ravens. And there's Josh Allen for the Bills. Both of those were silver prisms. Gotta say, RG3 played pretty well today for the Ravens. You know, he had a couple of good runs, and he's what, like 30-ish? A red rated rookie, Justice Hill of the Ravens to 99. But yeah, he peeled off a couple of good runs. Didn't have a knee brace on either, and looked to have really good mobility, even though it was pouring rain and the ground had to be kind of treacherous. He was rolling around out there like he's never been injured, so looked pretty good. And to think he's their backup. To $299, Joe Flacco and the Denver Broncos. A silver prism for the Seahawks, and that finishes up box number 2. Oh no, Jay Allen says if he doesn't get a good hit tonight, it's going to ruin his whole year. Dang, man. I mean, now that's some serious pressure on me. How's it going to ruin your whole year? No way. You've had some good stuff come out this year. I'm not going to ruin the whole. It might ruin your whole last week of December. I'll give you that one. Yeah, might do that. But let's just assume that that's not going to happen. Let's assume you're going to hit something, all right? Let's work from the positive side of things. We'll try, anyway. And see what we can come up with around here tonight. Yeah, I can't wait to see who else gets fired. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. Of course, we already know the Redskins are making changes. I feel sure that they're going to clean house top to bottom. I guess their GM... was he their GM or was he like their vice president of something? Whatever he was. They're going to keep him, but he's not going to have any responsibility for the football side of things anymore. So he's just going to be all about operational stuff. No football decisions, apparently. But I would imagine coach and everybody's going to get cleaned out there for the Redskins. Would be my guess. And you said, well, the rest of your year. It's going to ruin the rest of your year. Okay, well, I'm going to try not to ruin the rest of your year because that's a tremendous amount of pressure. Crystal, you think that, you think Jason Garrett's going to be gone? He might be. I mean, Cowboys certainly have not lived up to expectations. That's for sure. So it's hard to say what might happen there. Jerry Jones is a guy that's generally gives people a lot of chances. The Texans, Lonnie Johnson Jr. was a base prism. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got canned. We'll put it like that. Myles Garrett and the Browns, purple parallel, numbered 250. The big 5-0. A little kid reporter card, base prism Camara for the Saints. And then we have a rated rookie prism for the Lions. And numbered to 299. There's another Lion. So we're trying to keep Nicholas there. You think Tony Romo should be the coach? That's an interesting choice. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Jameis Winston to 299. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, base prism. I don't want Tony Romo to leave the broadcast booth. I love that guy in the broadcast booth. So we've got a 1-of-1 coming up here. It's for the 49ers. I haven't seen the front of it, but judging from the back of it, I'm guessing it's going to be pretty nice. So we've got Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel on a 1-of-1 for the 49ers. Nice. You never know till you flip them if it's going to be, what, ink, relics, what. You assume in this product mostly ink, but that is a pretty sweet little deal if you've got San Francisco tonight. A little 1-of-1 Bosa and Deebo. I like it. I like it, I like it. To 150, the Jets. So now I'll be interested to see if we, in fact, get a downtown insert in this case, since we've got a 1-of-1. Bryce Love to 199, Redskins. Champ is here, Patriots. To 150, the Broncos. And that's that. Hi, Jesse. I didn't see you jump in earlier. How are you tonight, my friend? I always show you the inside of the empty box. Some people who are new might be wondering, like, why do you always do that? Well, it's just to show that there's nothing left in the box, right? So, because the shot isn't entirely overhead, you might be able to see anyway, but that way I guarantee it. So you and I both know there's nothing in there. And one time, probably, I don't know, a year or two ago, it wasn't this type of box where it's really easy to tell if something's stuck in there. It was a box that has like one of those little inserts that's supposed to hold all the packs. And I thought I had everything out, and I flipped it to show, and I was talking, and I kept going. And somebody goes, hey, I think there was a pack stuck in there. I'm like, really? So I got down and picked up the box, and sure enough, there was. So that's the other reason I show it to you. If I don't catch it, you would catch it. Although I think that's maybe the only time I've ever had that happen. Maculus and Z Squad, you really like that? Bosa, yeah, and Deebo Samuel, me too. It was a really nice hit. Jesse, I know we do need to find some Steelers in the break, don't we? Because it certainly was an ugly, ugly, ugly game today. Mercy. It was... I mean, I really did. I had to just turn it off. With about 5 minutes to go, I switched over to the other game. I thought, I really cannot watch any more of this. Which isn't like me, because I like my Steelers. And generally, even if we're playing very badly, I always somehow think we're miraculously going to come back and win, and we still have a chance and all that. And today it was just so dreadful. I was like, oh no, gotta change channel. It was bad. Josh J, you put your kids to bed, missed the start, and you hope you got something good. Tell us who your team is. So you haven't missed a whole lot so far. We've had a Lion and a 49er, a redemption that we don't know who's on the other side of yet, and that's all we've opened so far. It's just 3 boxes, so. Oh, Jay Allen, you remember that time when that pack got stuck? Yeah, what was that, like a year or two ago? That's the only time I think that's ever happened, but I was so grateful someone saw it. The Ravens with a base prism /99 Zeke for the Cowboys. See, it's just another reason why I always like to show you guys the inside of the box. DK Metcalf, you're going to get rewarded for your good deed of picking up the unpaid team with a DK Metcalf rated rookie numbered 235. So Charles, karma is paying you back for your good deed. Josh, you have got the Jets and the Texans. All right, we'll try to find you something in there. Baker Mayfield for the Browns /199. Nicholas, no. Kansas City Chiefs base prism. After the 1 of 1 was the DK Metcalf, which you probably just saw. The Rams /299. Yeah, it takes a while to get through each one of these boxes. The Redskins /299. Because there's, you know, a lot of packs to get open mainly. A base prism Gardner Minshew for the Jags. Numbered /150, Dexter Lawrence and the Giants. There's a power formula. It's Odell Beckham Jr. I think he was on the first one we saw too. Darrell Henderson, base prism for the Rams. The champ is here. Sony Michel, Patriots. Insert unnumbered /299. Sorry, Seahawks, Marquise Blair. If anybody's watching the game tonight, which I'm guessing some of you probably are, I would love to A, kind of keep up with the score here and there, and B, I just want to know how Beast Mode looks. What's he doing? Is he in? Has he run anything yet? I really want to know what that looks like. That's got to be very cool for him, because I'm sure he would have rather retire a Seahawk than a Raider. Not as a knock against the Raiders, just because he played so many years with the Seahawks. I think you would naturally kind of want to gravitate that way, so I'm super glad he's back. It is 10-0 49ers. Thank you, Nicholas. And you don't know if Beast Mode's done anything or not. Fair enough. Jay Allen also told me 10-0 San Francisco. Thank you, sir. Oh, and so did Maculus and Z Squad. You guys are fast on the draw. You said he still looks like Beast Mode. Awesome. He's getting a few extra yards after the hit, just like always. Oh, I love that. That's great. Wouldn't that be the story if Marshawn Lynch gets him to the Super Bowl or something? That would be, well, something. I think it's got to be Ravens. Ravens and somebody. Ravens have just been too good all year long. Can't imagine that they don't get there. Up for grabs on the other, I guess. Probably 49ers, but you never know. One thing I will say, I don't think it's going to be flipping Patriots this time. Well, obviously, if it's going to be the Ravens, it wouldn't be the Patriots, but you get what I mean. All right, Tennessee Titans and Corey Davis with a base prism. And there's Devin Bush for the Steelers with a base prism. Ooh, our first black. There's your other base. And black are numbered to 25. Mecole Hardman Jr. and the Kansas City Chiefs, numbered to 25. I gotta find a place to put all these things. I try to keep some of the numbers, some of the lower numbers sorted out separately just so we can recap them if we need to. But I'm running out of space of where I can put them. So I got to slide a few little things around there. Now I think we're all set. Well, that's true. Drew Brees and the Saints, they also have been looking pretty good. Buccaneers to $2.99. That's valid. This is the Falcons to $1.99. An MVP insert for the 49ers, Steve Young, to $2.99. That is for the Dolphins, which I still just think is incredibly funny to me. I mean, because the Patriots just don't lose much at home. That's number one. But the Dolphins really were not good this year, number two. And then the Patriots finally get ahead, and you think, oh boy, here we go again. It's to 99, Dakota Allen and the Rams. And then you get a little Fitzmagic, buddy. Gets down there and wins the game with, what, a minute or so left. Base prism Bills. Our hit is for the Raiders. It is Jonathan Abram, numbered 299. So you've got it. If you're a Patriots fan, you've had a good run. All right. So you can't be like too bummed. Plus, you're still in the playoffs and anything can happen. So you can't be too bummed. But for the rest of us, yeah, it's kind of funny that Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins beat you at home. A little bit. A tiny bit. I know. It's sour grapes, right? Because I always beat my Steelers. Baker Mayfield to 150 for the Browns. Yeah, I'll own that. That might be part of it. Packers and Darnell Savage with a base prism wraps up that box. All right. Jay Allen's like, where are the Packers? I'm paraphrasing, but I feel your pain. I know where you're going with it. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to work the mojo. Could be a Packer under there for the redemption. We don't know. Could be. Anything is possible. But I tell you what, that rain that you saw today in the Baltimore game, that's how it's been raining here all day long. Just absolutely pouring. I think it's supposed to be that way for the next maybe 2 or 3 days here. But what I gather is that some places are getting that in the form of snow today and for the next 2 or 3 days. And I can't even imagine what that would be like. Because I would be seriously unhappy if I had all of this precipitation as snow, I can tell you that. Kyle Bennett says that redemption's going to be is Daniel Jones, or at least it is until I flip it over. See, right? That's the thing. We can all dream that it belongs to us until we know the truth of who's on the other side. So for those of you in chat, how many head coaches do you think are going to get fired on Black Monday? How many do you think are gone? We know there's one gone already, obviously, Freddie Kitchens. There may have been others announced that I didn't see when I was prepping for the break. But I'm going to say that there will be 4. That's what my prediction is, 4. Counting Freddie Kitchens, even though he went on Sunday. I'm going to, we'll count him for Black Monday because it was after the season ended. Jay Allen thinks it's going to be 8. Oh, that's aggressive. That's a lot. Who are your 8? Who do you think it's going to be? Obviously, Freddie Kitchens is one of them because he's already gone. I know you agree with me on Jason Garrett, so that's 2 of your 8 probably. Who are your other 6? To 150, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. That's a silver prism for the Rams with Darrell Henderson. I gotta wonder about Adam Gase, too, honestly. I mean, the Jets have come on a little bit here towards the end. That is to 199 for the Vikings. But I kind of wonder about his job security, truthfully. You got to wonder a little bit about Matt Patricia. I know Nicholas doesn't want to hear me say that, but I do think you got to wonder a little bit about Matt Patricia. To 99, that is the Jags. You figure the Redskins coach is gone. That's a base prism for the Seahawks. Cowboys to 299. Tampa Bay Buccaneers base prism. Kyler Murray to 299 for the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, that was Byron Murphy. Why did I say Kyler Murray just because I wanted it to be Kyler Murray? But it wasn't Kyler Murray. It was, see, it was Byron Murphy. I just wanted it to be Kyler Murray, but it's not. Sorry about that. Well, Kyle, I know what you're saying. I heard that a week or so ago, too, that she said she's not getting rid of Matt Patricia. Packers to 199. I mean, I know that's what she says, and I think that that's, I guess that'll probably be how it all shakes out, but I don't know. To 75, it is Drew Sample and the Bengals. Bengals had a terrible year with their new head coach. That was the Giants and Eli Manning with a silver prism, base prism. But I think they'll keep him just because he's young and got a good offensive-minded young coach is what everybody's after. And you figure they're going to look at it and say, okay, if we have all the pieces that we have today and we add to it Joe Burrow, do we win with the coach that we have? And I think they probably come up and say yes. And there you go. So I don't think the Bengals fire theirs. Jay Allen, they might have said that part of the way through. In fact, I think maybe they did. The Browns might have said something to the effect of that they supported him or they whatever, said about Freddie Kitchens. But obviously they changed their mind. That's got to be Dorsey because the Haslams, well, we all know what they did. They just kept people forever. So I'm, glad they did that, though, because truthfully, he was my concern. We talked about this at the start of the season. I loved the team. I loved all the players that they had in place, but I really questioned whether or not Freddie Kitchens was ready to step into the head coach role, and I was afraid if he wasn't, that his team was just done for because they're very youthful. And he, wasn't. They were undisciplined and disorganized and a hot mess. And at the end of the day, it sets the foot of the coach for better or for worse. All right, so you've got a rundown. Maculus and Z Squad has a rundown for our potential redemption. He thinks it could be TJ Hawkinson, which of course is the Lions, Vinny Snell for the Steelers, N'Keal Harry, which would be the Patriots, DK Metcalf short print, because we already pulled, of course, the DK Metcalf live in here, Ed Oliver, which would be the Bills. David Montgomery, the Bears. Jeffrey Simmons, the Jets. Jelani, Debo, Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, or A.J. Brown. That seems like a pretty reasonable list in terms of the ones I remember seeing out of Optic. That seems like a fairly comprehensive list too. So, yeah, you're probably right. It probably will be one of those. This is the Seahawks to 150. And that is to 299 for the Bengals. Oh, you found those on eBay. Okay, cool. There you go. Nicholas, Maculus and Z Squad, there's Ezekiel Elliott base prism. I was just reading off the list of the redemptions that are possible to pull in this product that Maculus had typed in, because we have a redemption we haven't flipped. So I was just reading off the list of possibilities of who it could be based on that research that he just kindly typed, or she kindly typed into chat there. That was to 99, DK Metcalf, the red parallel. Steelers, Big Ben to 299. And there's Debo to 299 for the 49ers. Andy Isabella, Cardinals base prism. And there are the Jets to 299. Jamal Adams, I think that was. Base prism, Giants. An MVP, Matty Ice for the Falcons. And a base prism Taylor Rapp for the Rams. Wow, you're not even going to believe this. 49ers, man, you guys are having a quite fine break. Because you know what? You pulled this in a 1 of 1 just a couple of boxes ago. You're going to pull the same flipping card, except numbered to 25. So now you can keep your 1 of 1 for your PC and flip this one and still have a quite nice little payday, I imagine. So to 25, there is Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel. So now you have the 1 of 1 and a bookend to 25. So, wow. If you have the 49ers tonight, you are probably feeling pretty good right now. I mean, what are the odds of that? They've got to be incredibly high, one would think. Stranger things have happened, though. Oh, I bet you we don't have a downtown insert in here now after we've had both of those come out. I would not be shocked if we do not. Yeah, Jay Allen, I keep remembering to, or forgetting to ask. I have a rep who used to work for Upper Deck. So he gives me all kinds of answers to things, because I'll ask him weird random questions like, you know, how much do they pay for autographs, or how do they decide what goes, you know, in a box, or this sort of thing. So he gives me a lot of insider type information from his days of having worked at Upper Deck. Back when Upper Deck, I guess, was more in its heyday, if you will. And I keep meaning to ask him how exactly, like it's supposed to be a random insert of teams. But I've always wondered, how does the process work? I mean, you assume it's automated. It's some piece of equipment that is inserting the hits. But does a human, like, load the hits into something that then automated inserts them into the packs, or what? Because sometimes, as you all well know, you can be really skewed towards one or two teams in a product for who knows what reason. But I would like to know the answer to that. Wow. Richard says in a break yesterday, somebody had 4 Josh Allen autographs in one break. Dang. Was it Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, or Josh Allen, the defensive rookie for the Jags? Just out of curiosity. It doesn't really matter. I was just curious as to which one it was. Number to 199, the Redskins. To 99, the Redskins, Adrian Peterson. That is the Giants and Saquon with a base prism. Texans to 299. There's another fans of the game. Stupid Erin Andrews doesn't pick a team. Of course she can't because she's a broadcaster. But that means we have to use random.org to give her out because she didn't pick a team. Thanks a lot, Erin Andrews. So that went up into housekeeping for that reason. Dak Prescott, silver prism for the Dallas Cowboys. Erin Andrews kind of gets on my nerves. I don't really know why either. Buffalo Bills to 299. And there are the Bears and Riley Ridley, a rated rookie base prism. By base prism, I mean silver, unnumbered. And the Vikings numbered to 299. I don't know. Maybe it goes back to that whole Dancing with the Stars thing. I don't know. She does somehow get on my nerves, though. It was Josh Allen. It was the Bills. Josh Allen of the Bills. Because you said Jets, but I think you mean, or maybe you meant Jags and type Jets. So I don't know which one. But anyway, it was only a 10-box break and you hit 4. That's crazy. Base prism for the Colts. To 150 for the Browns. That was Greedy Williams. And our hit is Myles Gaskin, numbered to 35. The Dolphins take one home. Fittingly enough, since they went into Foxborough and took one home today, they get a hit to celebrate tonight. Jay Allen's looking for the Aaron Rodgers autograph. That would be a sweet one to hit. Aaron Rodgers is kind of a tough pull. A lot of the veteran quarterbacks are, as you all know, more difficult to hit. Because when they're younger, there's tons of their autographs. And that's partially because I think Panini gets them to sit down and sign about 4 million stickers when they're rookies. And then, of course, even probably that would last for, maybe a couple of years after they've gotten into the league from that stockpile. And then they'll add in, of course, the few on-card things they want them to sign probably in that initial deal that they do with them. But then when it comes time to re-up or they run out of stickers or whatever, it's hard to hit, It's hard to come by Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger and Russell Wilson and these guys that have been around for a while. Jesse, you hit 2 Kyler Murray autos, 2 jerseys, and 1 numbered in a break last night. Wait a minute. Kyler Murray, 2 autographs, 2 jerseys, and 1 numbered all in the same break last night. Wow. Nice. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we're all that way, though. Jesse says it's crazy, but he won't complain because he had the Cardinals. But we're all that way. We're all hypocritical when it comes to that. Like, if we hit 4 Tom Brady or 4 Drew Brees or 4 Aaron Rodgers in this case, we would say, oh, it was the greatest case ever and it's so wonderful. And if we hit 4 of, Junior Nobody Smith, who rides the pine, we're like, oh, it's the worst ever. And Panini does a terrible job. So we're all hypocritical when it comes to that, I think. But that is human nature. Jay Allen, you said the Rogers autograph is to 10 in here. Well, that does make it a bit more challenging, but not impossible. Quinnen Williams, we have a teal velocity for the Jets. In our past cases, we have had only one of those per case. Now, whether or not we find more tonight remains to be seen. But our other two cases, we found exactly one. And it was, of course, not numbered, as you saw. This is purple, Travis Fulgham for the Lions, numbered to 50. All of our purple are to 50. Patriots, Edelman, base prism. Rated rookie for the Steelers, numbered to 199. And this is a mythical Khalil Mack for the Bears. It's unnumbered. Occasionally you find that insert numbered, but most of the time it isn't. This looks like gold coming up, which should be to 10. And that's for the Bengals. Looks like we've got Joe Mixon on there. And when we flip it, it should be a nice low 10 on the other side. Sure enough, it is number 3 of 10 for Cincinnati. That's to 150, Jared Goff and the Rams. The Buffalo Bills with base prism. So how about that playoff game the other night with Joe Burrow, man? He looked fantastic, didn't he? Numbered to 99 for the Titans. And now we are set up for a barn burner after Clemson came roaring back to beat Ohio State. So you guys were giving me some grief on here the other night now when I said that I thought Clemson would beat Ohio State. And I was getting all the Clemson's never played anybody all year and they're getting blown out by Ohio State. And I took it because rightfully so. They were getting blown out at that time. But they came back and won. And of course LSU just decimated Oklahoma. So, oh, look at that. That is exactly what you asked me for. Numbered to 125. There, my friend, is your Daniel Jones autograph. So how about that? That makes you happy. Falcons base prism Matt Ryan. That's the Packers to 299. Dwayne Haskins base prism Redskins. All right, we are 9 boxes in with 3 to go. Jay Allen says Burrow already looks like a pro. I know, right? I mean, he's going to be exciting to watch. If you never know, though. Let's put a caveat on that, assuming his game translates to the NFL. Although more and more, the NFL seems like they're willing to run some what almost look like college schemes at times. I mean, I think they're finally starting to tailor things more around the quarterback they have than trying to make the quarterback they get fit their scheme. Take, for example, the Ravens. Once they handed the reins over officially, they spent the offseason completely reworking the offense to play to Lamar Jackson's strengths. Of course, I said that in season 1, that once they got out from under the offense they were running and let the guy play the game he can play, that you'd be surprised how well Lamar Jackson played. Because he played just up the road from me, so I knew what the guy was capable of. And sure enough, in the offseason, he comes back and Lamar Jackson's going to be the flipping MVP. So I do think more and more they are starting to realize that maybe they should worry more about scheming for their quarterback than forcing their quarterback to fit their scheme. Ah, Kyle's happy about his Daniel Jones. Good. Well, Nicholas, I know. I said after we hit that 1 of 1, I wasn't sure we would get a downtown insert after that 1 of 1. Then we came up with that same pairing to 25, and then I thought, yeah, we're probably not getting a downtown. And now we add Daniel Jones to that. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we get a downtown insert in here. I mean, we might, but thus far it seems to be much like I said at the start, that if you hit a lot of really strong stuff in the break, you don't seem to find the downtown insert. At least I haven't much this year. And it wasn't as much that way last year, but a few times I had that. The Browns to 299, but definitely it seems to be leaning that way this year. A purple for the Arizona Cardinals, David Johnson, numbered 250. And there's Clelin Ferrell with a base prism for the Raiders. To 199, Amari Cooper and the Cowboys. Odell Beckham Jr. for the Browns with a base prism. Adam Thielen with an insert for the Vikings. To 150, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. There's another, the champ is here, Sony Michel, Patriots. Rated rookie Allen Hurd, 49ers. There's Alvin Kamara, Saints. Both of those were base prisms. To 150, the Colts and Paris Campbell with the blue parallel. And here's our hit. It is Zach Allen, numbered 260 for the Arizona Cardinals. A little Zach Allen. Redskins to 299. All right, we are 10 down, 2 to go. Had to get a little water. I know I'm trying not to do the Red Bull late at night like I have. I mean, not that this is super late, but it's late enough that I probably shouldn't be having Red Bull this time of night. So I'm trying not to after a certain time of night. You all know that is my preference. I don't think it makes any difference. I still didn't sleep worth a diddly last night, and I didn't have any caffeine in my system, and I still was up half the night. That's right, Jay Allen, don't give up. He says the Packers are due a huge hit. He feels it coming. All right, man, I feel you. Let's keep the hope alive. I like the plan. See what we can come up with here. Well, that wrapper did not cooperate with me at all. Closing in on it, closing in on it. They're almost out. I know, it's like the most boring time. It's just, getting them out of the wrappers. But I hate doing them one at a time. I just want them all out of the wrappers and then see what you got. I hate, like, There's only 4 cards per thing. You know, you're like 4, open a wrapper, 4, open a wrapper. No, I don't like that. Just get them all out, delay the gratification once, and then roll with it. San Francisco 49ers, an MVP insert for Steve Young. Numbered to 50, that is the Dallas Cowboys with Tony Pollard in the purple parallel. To 299, the Giants. To 99, the Redskins with Dwayne Haskins. A base prism, Michael Thomas and the Saints. Another redemption. Ooh, the plot thickens. We have 2 redemptions now in housekeeping. Benny Snell Jr., rated rookie prism for the Steelers. Panthers to 150. That is to 199 for the boys. Base prism, Patriots. I started to say Steelers. I don't know why. I got the Steelers on the brain. Browns with a base prism. To 299 Falcons. And that is that box. So now, you know where we're headed. We are headed into Last Box Mojo. So we have got to hope that we find some fire in here, right? Because it's our last box out of this break. We've already had some pretty good hits, but there's always room for more. So here's hoping we find some other fire in the last box. Here's how this will work. We're going to, of course, look at the cards here from box number 12. Right after we do that, I will flip over the redemptions. We'll go to the Panini website, verify the teams, find out what, if anything, those are numbered to. After we do that, we will use random.org to give away the Aaron Andrews Fans of the Game card, since it does not have a team specified on it. After we do that, we will then recap our autograph hits and cards that are numbered to 50 and below. We're not going to recap all of the numbered stuff because there's a tremendous amount of it and a lot of it is fairly high numbered. So just those numbered 50 and below. Yep. Got a few more little lonely packs there to open, but we are almost there. Any score update, guys? Score still the same? Seahawks game? All right, here we go. A base prism Jimmy G for the 49ers. And an Adam Thielen numbered to 25 for the Vikings as our autograph on a throwback card design. So that actually is kind of a cool hit for Last Box Mojo. I do like that. So the Vikings. And then Nick Bosa to 15. Ooh, might we have ourselves a little hot box, kid? So we might indeed. There is Nick Bosa to 15 because the rich get richer and the 49ers have already had one heck of a break. So Last Box Mojo has delivered us 2 very nice autographs already. To $2.99, there's the Bengals. Packers Darnell Savage base prism. And there's the Colts with a base prism. Whoops, somebody tried to hitch a ride there. David Johnson Cardinals to 199. That's to 299 for the Raiders. And a base prism Ryan Finley for the Bengals. Numbered to 199 rather, that's Daniel Jones and the Giants. Numbered to 50, the Lions hit Jelani Tavai. Well, maybe it wasn't exactly a hot box. Maybe they just accidentally gave us an extra autograph in here. I've seen that happen before. Adrian Peterson to 150. And since they were right there together, back to back, that might be exactly what happened. Sometimes you just get lucky and an extra one hitches a ride, and that's what happened. And the extra one happened to be a really good one, so worked out well. We got 2 out of the last box. So last box mojo kind of came through. An extra autograph in it and all. I'm not going to argue with it. All right, let's get somewhat set up here for my happy little recap. And then we have our housekeeping chores to take care of here. And we are about to find out what's what with all of that. Give me 1 second here to get organized off to the side, and then we're going to be ready to take a look at what we've got. Just got to make sure I've got a place to stack this. Okay. We are ready to see what is here. Jay Allen, you said the last good hit you got was the Charles Barkley. Oh, man. I thought we'd hit some other stuff for you since then. Ryan Finley and the Bengals. This is Rookie Elite Series autograph. So it'll be on that Elite Series parallel that we've seen. Ryan Finley is the Bengals. Again, we'll go to the website in a moment and we will verify the team and find out what, if anything, it is numbered to. And our second one, somebody called this one, it's David Montgomery, which is the Bears rated rookie autographs blue. So let's head on over to the Panini website and check it out. All right. See what we can learn about it. I figured we would hit redemption, so I had everything set up except for the card set. We'll do the David Montgomery first. Rated Rookies Autographs Blue. Card number 161. There we see the Bears as we expected it to be, and it is going to be numbered to 75. So we've got that all labeled up. Let's go check out the Ryan Finley now. He is Rookie Elite Series Autographs. Card number 6, Ryan Finley and the Bengals, numbered 225. So very low numbered hit on that one. Now we've got to give away the Fans of the Game Erin Andrews card because she did not pick a team. So as such, we've got to find her a home. So I'm bringing you with me, as you can see here. I'm going to copy all of the teams from our spreadsheet. Then we'll buzz back over here and head to random.org, where I'm going to paste them all in. So here's how we do random, guys. When we have 9 or fewer, I do random 3 times, and only the third one counts. When we have 10 or more, as we do here, I do random 1 single time. Whoever comes up in that number 1 spot after we randomize will get the card. Scrolling through so that you can see all of our team names are entered. Good luck, everybody, and here we go. It is the Giants, the New York Giants, get the little Erin Andrews card. I know you're just terribly excited about that too, aren't you? Probably just overjoyed. I know. Well, it has to go somewhere. What do you want me to do? It's got to go somewhere. All right, so this went to the Giants. That's written, of course, on the sleeve, not on the card. The Aaron Andrews fans of the game that had no particular team chosen by way of random.org goes to the Giants. Recapping things that are numbered 250 and below. The Lions, Jelani Pollard for the boys. David Johnson, Cardinals. Fulham, Lions. Myles Garrett for the Browns, and Ed Oliver for the Buffalo Bills. We had one teal velocity, which has been the case with everything that we've opened. Every case that we've opened, we've had a single teal velocity. Same tonight. It's unnumbered, but it is coming out one per case. That was Quinnen Williams and the Jets. The Bengals and Joe Mixon, number 210, our only gold parallel tonight. And then numbered to 25, you have Mecole Hardman Jr. for Kansas City. It's our only one numbered to 25 that doesn't have relic or something, autograph attached. A pair of redemptions, Ryan Finley for the Bengals, numbered to 25. David Montgomery and the Bears to 75. One of many nice hits tonight for the 49ers. There is a Nick Bosa rated rookie to 15. Followed by an Adam Thielen for the Minnesota Vikings. It's a throwback card design numbered to 25. Arizona Cardinals have Zach Allen to 60. Mr. Daniel Jones comes out for the Giants to 125. The Dolphins hit Myles Gaskin to 35. Another hit for the 49ers. Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel dual autographs to 25. The Bengals and Drew Sample numbered to 75. The Raiders have Jonathan Abram to 99. Seahawks, DK Metcalf, numbered to 35. That little bad boy caps off a beautiful night for the 49ers in this break. This is the one-of-one version of the Nick Bosa, Deebo Samuel autograph, dual autograph card, and it is a one-of-one. I was feeling that because that Nick Bosa looked like it was on card, but it's not. I felt it, and it's a sticker on there, but it really blends in to the point where you can't hardly tell it. And we got it started tonight with Travis Fulham for the Lions, numbered to 35. All right, there's the break, and there is the recap. I will put up spreadsheet information one final time. So if you tuned in late and you want to know when you can expect your items to ship, as well as what's coming up in the days ahead, now is your chance to find out. So Thursday should be the latest that this goes out. And, of course, remember there is no mail on Wednesday because that is New Year's Day. I may be able to get this out sooner, especially if I have another night where I can't sleep. And if so, I will happily get it on the way sooner. But in case I can't, with no mail on Wednesday, we will project it as going out the door no later than Thursday. Everybody pulled cards in here, so there's no need to worry about consolation cards. Here's what it looks like in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to open a 2020 Leaf Autograph baseball bat, a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys, and a case of Bowman's Best Baseball. On Tuesday night, which is our New Year's Eve break, or New Year's Eve night, we are not doing a break. We are going to break on the evening of New Year's Day. So Wednesday, we will break starting at 8:30 Eastern, which is 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open a pair of TriStar Platinum Autograph Mini Football helmets, a half case of Rookies and Stars Football, and a half case of Prism Draft Picks Baseball. Both of those half cases are loose boxes from shared cases. On Thursday night, we're going to open Leaf Best of Football and Bowman's Best Baseball, both by the full case. Note that Best of Football does have a separate bidding category for any redemption, which in this case would be, because it's a buyback product, the redemption would be for a memorabilia item or perhaps a sealed box or sealed pack of cards. On Friday night, we're going to start early again, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. It's a big new release day because we've got Contenders Basketball and Contenders Football, both coming out. Woohoo! We're going to open a half case of Contenders basketball. That is loose boxes from a shared case. And then we will open a full case of Contenders football, but that will be veteran base is not going to ship in the Contenders football break. All right, so rookies and inserts and autographs and all that jazz will, but veteran base does not ship in Contenders football. Okay, so there you go. That is all the news to use, and I guess that wraps me up for tonight. Thanks once again for being here. And I am finished up for tonight. If you, hopefully you'll come see me again tomorrow night. But if I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, all that fun stuff. And come back and see me soon. All right. Have a good week ahead. We'll see you the next time. Bye.